Good morning, it's time for sports here on the AM show. My name is Haruna Mubarak, and today is a big day in Ghana football. That's right, all eyes will be on the Football Association as they convene to determine their leaders for the next 4 years. Now, the elective congress, which comes off in Tamale, is closely monitored by FIFA officials, including Director of Member Associations for Africa, Gelson Fernandez. Now, incumbent President Keto Kreku is on the verge of securing another term, running unopposed after the disqualification of presidential aspirant George Ifriye. Now, delegates will also play a crucial role in deciding the composition of the Executive Council. Now, notable figures such as former Ghana coach Kwesi Appiah and Randy Abbey are among those who will be vying for positions. Now, to bring you more on this, my colleague Razak Musbah, who is in Tamale, following proceedings closely. Zach, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, Mubarak.
Yeah, what more can you tell us on today's agenda?
Well, all is set for that elective congress happening here at the Global Dream Hotel all the way in Tamale. And we just arrived at the venue, and I can report that pretty much all the delegates are in town, and the event is slated to start at 9 o'clock in the morning. And we're going to start with the brief remarks, which will be done by the President of the Ghana Football Association, after which the entire congress will be handed to the election committee of the Ghana Football Association, and they will then, share with the delegates the procedure for the electoral process. This will then be followed by the election of the Ghana Football Association president, and of course we know that Keto Kreku, the incumbent president, is contesting unopposed following the disqualification of George Ifriye. So it's going to be a very simple exercise of affirming him, and that will happen first. Following that will be the election of the Executive Council members, and that's where the competition really is. Now, the Executive Council is made up of representatives from the Women's Premier League, just one person will come from the Women's Premier League, and for that contest, there is no contest at all, because Mrs. Gitio Warimenta is the only one contesting for that slot. Then, the keenly contested categories will be the representatives for the Division 1 and the Ghana Premier League. Now, in the Division 1, there are 3 slots up for grabs, and about 5 people will be contesting for that 3 slots up for grabs. Now, the Vice President of the Ghana Football Association, Mark Inimado, is in there. Samuel Inimado is also part of the individuals who will be contesting for that slot. So that's one that we'll keep an eye on. And also is a category for the Premier League slot. 5 slots is up for grabs there, and we have about 8 people rather, who are contesting for that slot on the Executive Council representing the Premier League. Now, former Black Stars coach James Kwesi Appiah is contesting for a slot in the Executive Council on the ticket of Kumasi Asante Kotoko. That's crucial. You also have Dr. Randy Abbey also in there. So it's a very keenly contested category, and all eyes probably will be on James Kwesi Appiah because of his recent appointment as the Sudanese national team coach, and questions that have been raised about potential conflict of interest in the event he gets to serve on the Executive Council while also working for the Sudanese FA. So that's one contest we'll be keeping a close eye on, whether the delegates will be wooed by his promises to vote him to work for the Ghana Football Association while also working for the Sudan FA. So that is what is going to happen today, and hopefully latest by 3 p.m. I'm sure the entire electoral process will be done. After the election is done, the swearing in will be done for the President and the Executive Council members who got lucky to be elected. Then the President will give a very brief speech, and that will draw the entire event to a close. So, Mubarak, that's what I can report to you. At the moment, just final preparations have been done to get the event underway.
Why the election seems to be on course because of the injunction cases that we've had filed by King Faisal and George Ifriye.
Yeah, we know that King Faisal have filed an injunction, is a notice of injunction and the court has postponed that hearing about twice, and the latest postponement, we understand, is to 14th of October. 14th of October. Remember, today is 5th October. The Congress is holding today, and the hearing on whether the Congress should go ahead or not is going to come up 14th October. That's almost about 9 days after the Congress has taken place. So there are questions about it. However, what we are taking from the Ghana Football Association lawyers is that notice of injunction is not the same as injunction. So the very fact that you've given notice of injunction doesn't mean that the court has given a decision that the election should not go on. So that is the legal ground on which the election is proceeding. Now, of course, some have raised also questions that it raises potential questions of contempt of court if the Congress goes ahead. Is a risk the Ghana Football Association is taking in the event that the court finally hears the matter on 14th of October. Now, remember that George Afriyie's application and Alhaji Guza application, all of it will be heard on the 14th of October. So if the court hears and, rules in favor of these two applicants, what it possibly means that everything that happened here will possibly be null and void, and the Congress will have to be held again. So it's a major risk the Ghana Football Association is taking. However, within the legal scope, it does appear the Ghana Football Association has the right to go ahead because there's been no, judicial direction that the Congress should not go ahead. So that's the basis on which the Congress is going ahead. It's a risk, like I mentioned, but we will wait to see if this risk is worth it on 14th of October.
Well, Zach, thank you very much. With the updates there was, Zach will be bringing us any development at the elective Congress in our subsequent sports segments. Now, away from the elections, but still with the Ghana Football Association, because the Ghana Stakeholders Forum has presented its petition to the Chief Accountant of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, Dr. Osman Haruna, in the absence of the Sector Minister, Mustafa Yusuf. The group are unhappy with the current FA administration and wants government to intervene. Gary Al Smith has the rest of the story.
Conveners, among other things, have a lot of placards. This one says the GFA has now been turned into a scouting agency, Proton Sports. Proton Sports is an agency that belongs to the GFA president, Keto Kraku, and it's believed that this agency, he has been accused of using this agency to get players on the agency into all the national teams at the male and female level, under 17, under 20, under 23, and the Black Stars, and same for the women's team as well. We see, do you remember Amoagogo, his match fixing agent as well? Now there was a huge match fixing scandal involving Ash Gold, the club called Ash Gold and Inter Allies, and it's believed that the GFA were part of it as well. Time to speak now, you can be the next victim of Keto Kreku. So basically, this demonstration is also accusing the incumbent GFA president, Kurt Simon, Edwin Okweku, of being a dictator, of not listening to people or dissenting opinions, and they are also referencing his infamous Joy FM interview that he had with me, where he said that, nobody works with their enemies. He said to me, April 2 years ago, that nobody works with their enemies. So I count about 100 to 120, 130 people here, and they'll be taken through the principal streets of this area, Ringway, and surrounding areas to the sports ministry for what they call the Rescue the GFA demonstration as well.
Obviously, we are seeking justice, and we strongly believe that football has come to the wilderness. Things are not in order. Everything is in the state of desperados. So we strongly believe that demonstration is an avenue for you to register your displeasure. Once you are not going over, you don't have to take to the streets and be on aggression or act unlawfully. You just demonstrate for the authorities to see, so that they can rectify what is not well, so that there will be an order.
Yeah, this has become necessary because a whole lot is going on in our football, and I think that it is the best time to tell the world what is happening. Most of the times we serve most of the things within our circles, and Keto Kreku has taken advantage of that situation. That's more reason why this time around we have come out to demonstrate to the people of Ghana and the world to know what is actually happening in our football.
Okay.
My official name is Nicholas Omanie Champo.
Nicholas Omanie Champo. There is a name that they used to call you.
Zafanat Pania.
Zafana Pania.
I have many names anyway.
He has a man with many names. But Sanka, where there's Sanka in your gospel? This is not gospel. Why are you here?
Haven't you heard that Ghana is Christian country? Ghana is gospel nation. Haven't you heard of that?
We have heard.
Good. You see, the way and manner football especially is being run in this country, it's not good. Things are not going on well at all. Because look at